We're live answering your questions. Today is Friday, May 10th, and I am live answering your questions, free consultations. And I'll be on here for a little bit. If anybody has questions in regards to opening residential facilities or running, operating, payroll, accounting, bookkeeping type stuff, I'm here to answer your questions. So let's talk about some of our upcoming classes that are coming up. Let's see what we have here. Sorry, I'm gonna move my camera around, guys. So for adult residential 35-hour initial certification is May 20th to May 24th. And then if you can't make it in May, we have the 35 initial coming up in June 17th to the 21st. That's for adult residential facilities that serves ages 18 to 59. So if you want to work with adults, we have those classes coming up. And then the next classes we have coming up, if you're interested in opening a short-term residential therapeutic program, our next class is June 3rd to June 7th. That's a 40-hour initial certification class. We offer both initial certification classes if you guys are looking for those. And then for continuing education, if you need to recertify your current administrator and you want to renew your certificate, because you have to renew it every 2 years, meaning you have to take 40 hours every 2 years. You want to renew your certificate. Our next class is coming up May 13th to May 15th. That's the 20-hour section of it. It is on Zoom, so it's considered live. And then the next session for that, if you need 40 hours for renewal, it's May 13th to the 15th. And then so a portion of it is on Zoom live, and then the other portion of it is on online, meaning you take it at your own pace. So other than that, that's what we have going on for the upcoming months. You can visit our website as well, SoCal Training Team. I can't say it enough. Where we have different sections. We have e-learning. E-learning is for not only direct care staff, but it's also for administrators. And then we have our business section. In our business section, we have various different things that you can look through there. We set up corporations, nonprofit, S corp, C corps, etc. And then also we have different sections where we offer different types of forms, facility package forms, regulations. If you need a hard copy of regulations for your facilities, we offer that as well. And then we also offer the application package for adult residential facilities, RCFEs, etc. You can get the forms package there. Now, these are forms that you can go online and find yourself, and you can package it yourself. We just put it in a bundle. And for our time, we do charge a fee, and it automatically gets sent to you. So you want to keep that in mind. And then we also offer hard copies of the regulations as well. Then we also have the Learning Hub, and with the Learning Hub, we offer first aid CPR, and we have how to open up an adult residential facility. We have ebooks, and it'll kind of walk you through. I do suggest you guys go and buy the ebook on how to open an adult residential facility if that's something you're trying to open. And then the last two tabs, consultation and blog. If you need a consultation, I do charge a fee for a sit-down consultation. But I do free consultations if you guys join the lives, and you guys can come on and ask any questions that you want. I try to do these as often as possible, but the reality is sometimes I'm gonna miss because of other obligations that I have. And then you can check out our blog. It just kind of goes over different pathways to certification, different types of homes, caregiver success. So there's a lot of different things that it kind of goes over too as well. But in the meantime, if you guys have any questions at all in regards to developing a facility, program design, applications for adult residential facilities, residential care facilities for the elderly, group homes, or short-term residential therapeutic programs, now's the time to ask your questions. I'll be on probably for the next 10 minutes or so. If people come on and ask questions, I welcome them. If not, then we will move to another day where I'll be on, and then you guys can ask questions on those days. And thank you for helping. Oh, no problem at all. Glad to help. I know there are not a lot of people helping people develop facilities at this point. They don't want to share the information, but if you guys can catch me on when I'm on my live, I'll help you guys answer any questions that you want. How do you open a small family home? Same process as, is it through the regional center? Depends on where you want to get your clients, but it's the same process to open up a small family home. Just keep in mind, guys, the process to open up any type of home is, well, first of all, sorry, let me go back to the question. How do you open a small family home? The process is the same on how you open any type of home. You got to go through community care licensing. You got to license the home. And then who are you going to get your clients from? You're either going to go through the regional center or you're going to go through a different entity. So the process is exactly the same. There's no difference, to be honest with you. Thank you for the videos. I'm a healthcare worker and want to transition into adult care facility. Yep, it's a good business. Which would be best to open with my background? So the the unfortunate part of this is that a healthcare background doesn't qualify you to open an adult residential facility. Your experience has to be directly with an adult residential facility. So the first thing is that you need experience with the type of facility that you want to develop. There's no way around it unless you hire a person that already has that experience and then you use them on the application. So the healthcare background is great. What you do is awesome, but it doesn't necessarily qualify you to open a facility. So you want to keep that in mind. I'm not sure where you get clients from for a small family home. Depends on what type of clients you want to serve. So that's the first thing you need to think of is what type of client are you trying to serve? Are you trying to do children? I worked in a group home for a year for disabled adults before okay. So with that year experience, it has to be within the past 3 years. If it's older than that, you start over, unfortunately. So you gotta see if that experience was long ago, then it won't count. Has to be within the past 3 years. Keep questions coming, and I will answer as we go. Oh yes, children. So yeah, if you want to do children, a small family home for children, you can look into the regional center places. Depending on what county you're in, I don't know if you're in Los Angeles County, San Bernardino County, but you can go to DCFS, Department of Children and Family Services for LA. They also place kids in small family homes. So it just all depends. Oh, yep. 7 years ago for your experience, yeah, it won't count, unfortunately. It has to be within the past 3 years for you to qualify. So what you need to do is that means you reset and you start all over. So you need to have at least 12 months experience, depending on the level of care you're trying to provide. You need to have at least 12 months experience working in the level of care that you want to open. Good question though. Riverside County. So Riverside County is it Quiera? Riverside County is Inland Regional Center. So you can get with Inland Regional Center and see if they need placements for small family home. And then for Riverside, you would get with San Bernardino County, or I'm sorry, Riverside County. Children Family Services. And so you need to start gathering the numbers as far as what it pays, what the reimbursement rates are for a small family home. Great questions though. Ask all the questions you want business wise, guys. This is your time. This is your time to ask any question you want. Get them all out. Sorry, I need some chapstick. My lips are dry. I'm talking too much, guys. Where can I find reimbursement rates? Reimbursement rates for regional center on the DDS website. Just Google DDS, go to dds.ca.gov, and then you're going to go under regional center, and then I think it's reimbursement rates, and you can see what the rates are there. It'll have small family home, all that. So dds.ca.gov. Well, the website is not working right now, so just Google DDS. I'm googling it right now, and then you go to Department of Developmental Services, regional centers. Let me see. Let me make sure I'm sending you to the right place. Regional centers. Let me make my screen smaller. Not regional center. Look, no, it's not. It is DDS, but it's not under regional center. You go under reimbursement rates, vendors, and then reimbursement rates, and I'm pretty sure the rates will be there for you. Why sister works at a small family home as a DSP. The person she works for is reimbursed 75,000 per month per child. Mm. Um, that's a small family home. I don't know about that rate. I'd have to see that rate on paper. I don't know anybody getting $75,000 per month per child. All I need is one child then. So I don't know. I don't know if that's accurate. Like I said, I would have to see it. I notice a lot of people in this business, they like, oh, I'm getting paid $50,000 per client, and I'll say, show it to me, send it, send me the or send me the authorization. I want to see the authorization for it, and they'll know what you're talking about. You want to see the purchase of services? It'll have the rate on there, but I've never seen a rate at 75,000 per month. Never. I've been in this business 24 years. If I could get 75,000 per month, I would have been a millionaire way before now. But I'd have to see that rate personally. I've seen some high rates, but not 75,000. I've seen 20,000, 23,000, 28,000 around in there, but 75? I mean, think about it. That's ridiculous. 75,000, and say you have 4 kids, that's $300,000 a month. Just with 4 kids. $300,000 a month. Just doing the math, right? And at $300,000, that's $3.6 million a year. Show me the receipts. Her rates are why I decided to open up a small family home. Well, have you seen the rates personally? You got to see the rates. I don't want to just hear about the rates. I want to see the rates. So that is the question. That's what you want to see. I know you want to go into it because of that number, but everybody has a story. And sometimes that is not the full story. You know how it is. She has 4 teens with mental health. No, I haven't seen the rates. Yeah. Yeah. I hate to say it, but I don't believe they're making 75 per head. They'd have to show me the rates. When I tell people my rates, I could show you my rates. And I've never in my 24 years seen that kind of I've seen that number. Even with an STRTP, which is a short-term residential therapeutic program, with an STRTP, they're not even paying that number. I could see 75,000 per month overall. I could see that because that breaks down to 75,000 divided by 4, 18,750 per head. That's more reasonable. So maybe they're making 18,750 per head and 70, but ask her for the rates. Yeah, ask her to see the rates. Because that's the most important piece. For now, we're not gonna believe it. We're not gonna believe it. I don't believe it. Show me. You gotta prove it. You gotta prove it to me. Show it to me. 70, show it to me that you're making $300,000 per month. I gotta see it. Because that's what the number, that's what that means they're making. $300,000 per month. I don't know any provider, not with one home, making $300,000 per month. There's people with 3 homes that don't even make $3 million a year. Don't get me wrong, it's money. It's definitely money in the business, but I don't think that that number is accurate. I'm gonna say it's not accurate. But yes, please ask her to see the rates, please. And if you get that, please send it to me. Email it to me. Email it to me because I'm gonna open up one of those homes myself. And you can email it to me at lsingleton at SoCalTrainingTeam.com. Please email it, right? Email it to me. I'll help you open your home too. Just for giving me the information, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna do all your paperwork for you. I'm gonna set you up because I'm gonna set myself up too. So yeah, you can hold me to it. Please tell them give you the rates. I'll set you up. And you probably are gonna hold me to it too. Since I have to work in a group home again for a year for the experience, could I work there as part time or does it have to be? Nope. Part time is fine. You can work there part time, and then keep this in mind. Uh, for the When you work in the facility, you want to work in the level of care that you're trying to open. So whatever level you're trying to open, you need to work in that exact level. You can work at a level higher, but you can't work at a level lower. So you need to work. I recommend you work at the highest level, whatever that is for whatever you're trying to do, and then you can open up any type of facility at that point. If you're curious, it'll work at the highest level. It's Friday, everyone, and I'm giving away free information. Where is everybody? Where I should start charging for these lives, huh? 9.99. Then people will show up. 9.99 for the lives. You guys, would you guys pay 9.99 for lives? Probably not. Not if I'm giving the information away for free, right? People like to sometimes people like to pay for stuff. They feel it's I don't know. more, it's better for them. You say, yes, I'll pay. That's cheap, huh? That's like your Netflix subscription, basically. Your Netflix subscription is more. I'm trying to help you guys generate some income. I've done well in the business, still do well in the business. Just trying to share some of the love with you guys. A lot of people say we don't give back. We hide all the information. We keep it to ourselves. Yeah, we do. But now I'm trying to give back and put more people in the business so you guys could create some financial freedom. And so that's what I'm trying to help you guys do, create that financial freedom. Give yourself, I'm not saying that it's not work behind it, but at some point it does become less work. For me, at this point, after all this time, I don't work in facilities. I don't cover shifts. I don't do any of that. But remember, it took some time to get to that point. So you guys got to realize that it takes time to build a foundation. And after the foundation is built, then you start putting key people in place that can do what you do, that can run and operate, and you pay them to do it. So at some point, you guys want to you guys got to decide, do you want to be a business owner or do you want to be a business operator? So a business owner is not doing the work. A business operator is doing the day-to-day stuff. So you got to decide which one you're going to be. We all start off as business operators because we're learning the business and we have to do some work. But at some point, you want to become a business owner where no matter where you're at in the world, you can generate your business is working for itself. It's kind of like that McDonald's model, right? You don't see the owner of McDonald's typically in there or not at all working. So ask your questions, ask any question that you guys want. I'll probably be on for probably another 10 minutes or so if anyone joins. I'll try to pre-plan these a little bit more in advance. That way you guys know when I'm coming on. Sometimes it just doesn't work that way. I just happen to have some free time today in between meetings. So I just decided to go live. So whoever catches me. And whoever doesn't, catch me on the next. I would say I will be back on Monday, but I have some meetings Monday morning, so I will not be back on. So it's kind of hard for me to schedule these. Make sure you guys are following the YouTube channel. I have an admin cert, DSP 1 and 2, but I only have 6 months experience in level 4I. Yeah, you need 12. So you're getting there. You are getting there. You got the admin, you got DSP 1 and 2, you got 6 months experience, 6 more months of experience, and you're ready to roll. What's your admin cert in? Excuse me. Is it for adults or children? I'm sorry. You probably answered the question earlier, but tell me again, is it for adults or children? Oh, ARF. Yeah. So yeah. Also, if you're gonna also need the orientation too at some point, the regional center orientation. If you're in Riverside, that's Riverside County, that is Inland Regional Center. So at some point, you're going to need to take the RSO, which is the Residential Services Orientation. And then that way, and once you get that under your belt and you finish the 6 months, you're ready to rock. And will allow me to take the orientation. Yeah, yeah. Inland, you need your 12 months experience first before you can take your the orientation. You have to have it. You don't have it. You don't have a choice. So you're almost there. You're almost there. Just be patient. It'll come. Which type of home you prefer, ARF or STRTP for yourself if you're starting off? ARF, hands down. Less. Only reason I like it is because it is quicker to open and um, it's less red tape because you're dealing with adults versus kids. For the kids, the STRTP, the rate is higher, but you're gonna work a lot. You're gonna work a lot harder with the STRTP because you are responsible for minors. So I like the adults because the adults can come and go as they please. They can sign in and they can sign out. We don't have to monitor them as intense as the children facilities. And if you do a level 4I facility, you'll make a pretty good rate. But you need to open at least 3 facilities for it to make profit sense for you. You have to have at least 3. Don't get me wrong, you can make money on the first facility, the second facility, but the third facility is the kind of the sweet spot. So the for the group home, we don't offer the group home initial certification. We only offer the STRTP. So I don't know, Yolanda, if you're talking about the STRTP certification for children or the group home certification. So STR and the difference is the STRTP. It means basically you're going to get your clients from Children Family Services or probation. With the group home, you're typically going to get your clients from Regional Center. Good question. You're welcome, by the way. Questions, questions, ask your questions. Anybody got questions? Now's the time to ask. As I'm on, I'll answer your questions as needed. If you guys want to get in contact with me, if I'm not on live, you guys can send me an email. My email is lsingleton, LSINGLETON at SoCalTrainingTeam.com. You can send me an email at any time. I'm pretty good about responding back to my emails as well if you guys are. So I'll be on in about another 2 minutes. So if you guys have questions, you need to get your questions out. Go ahead and get them out because my time is coming to an end. I'm just doing, which I'm being generous today. What are some things you know now that you wish you knew when getting started? Uh, Number one, the first thing is patience, just being patient. And then, as far as setup, being patient with the setup. Um, that was the main thing for me, to be honest with you, is patience. Setting everything up before I get going, making sure I have all the qualifications, the experience, the credentials that I need, the administrative certificate. If I were to start all over again, I would get all that stuff in place first. Because if you have all that stuff in place and you're patient and going through that process of, you know, like I said, your administrative certificate, your experience, your DSP 1 and 2 if you're using the regional center, the orientation, and then go in and start filling out all your paperwork. If I would have known that initially, it would have saved me a lot of headache and grief because I kind of worked backwards. So my suggestion for all you guys is to get all your ducks lined up first and then start going through the application process. That way there's no questions. And then another thing is making sure you get all your experience in. Make sure you guys are experienced. Yep. But be patient and it'll happen. Everybody wants everything really quick and then they make so many mistakes along the way and they get beat up in the process and they work backwards. They do it wrong and then they go back trying to fix everything to do it right. So do it right from onset and it'll save you a lot of grief in the long run. Uh, so in hindsight, that's what I do now with all my ventures. I just do it right. It may take longer. It may not move as fast as everybody wants it to move, but it eventually gets done. So all right. So I will be on probably Monday. I'm just not sure what time. So if you guys have any questions in the meantime, send me an email, lsingleton@socaltrainingteam.com. And I will see you guys. Thanks. Bye.